Hello friends, this is my lecture on numerical problems on probability. In last lecture we have seen history of probability, some terms related to the definition of probability, also the definition of probability. So you remember the definition given by Laplace, which is known as priori definition of probability, and which is equal to the probability is equal to the ratio of number of favorable cases to number of possible cases, that is equal to m divided by n. And note that the value of probability lies between 0 and 1, both inclusive, that is in the closed interval 0 1. Today let us see some of numerical examples based on the definition of probability. So this is the first example. Two coins are tossed at a time. Find the probability of getting two heads. Second, no head. And third one is at least one head. So in tossing two coins at a time, the sample space will contain four outcomes, both heads, head and tail and head, and both tails. Therefore, number of possible cases n of omega equal to 4. Now let us see the events. So let A denotes the event of getting two heads. There are only one outcome having two heads at a time. Therefore, number of favorable cases to A equal to 1. And by the definition, probability of getting two heads is equal to number of favorable cases divided by number of possible cases equal to 1 divided by 4, that is 0.25. For second bit, let B denotes the event of getting no head. So there is only one outcome having no any head, that is both the tails, and therefore number of favorable cases for the event B equal to 1. And here also the probability of getting no head, that is probability of B, is 1 by 4, that is 0.25. Now for the third bit, let C denotes the event of getting at least one head. So there are three outcomes which contains at least one head, and therefore number of favorable cases for getting at least one head equal to 3, and hence the probability of getting at least one head equal to probability of the event C equal to 3 by 4, that is 0.75. So this is second example. A coin is tossed three times. Write down the complete sample space and find probability of getting at least two heads. So in tossing a coin three times or tossing three coins at a time, the sample space will contain 8 sample points of four different kinds. First one is we may have heads on all the three coins. We may have tails on all three coins. The third possibility is we may have two heads and one tail. So that can be written in three different ways. And fourth possibility is one head and two tails. So that also can be written in three different ways. So therefore, in all, we may have 8 different possible results, and hence number of possible cases in this trial is 8. Now let us denote the event of getting at least two heads. So out of 8, there are 4 outcomes which have at least two heads, and hence number of favorable cases equal to 4, and therefore probability of getting at least two heads equal to probability of A equal to the ratio of number of favorable cases divided by number of possible cases, 4 divided by 8, that is 0.5. So the third example is related to throwing a die, and the problem is like this. An unbiased die is thrown. Find probability of getting an odd number, and second, a number which is perfect square. So in throwing an unbiased die, the sample space will contain 6 points. We may have number 1 or 2 or 3 up to number 6, and therefore number of possible cases here is 6. Now for the first bit, let A denotes the event of getting an odd number. So in these 6 numbers, 1, 3 and 5 are odd numbers, and therefore number of favorable cases for A equal to 3, and therefore probability of getting an odd number is equal to 3 by 6 equal to 0.5. Similarly, for second bit, let B denote the event of getting a number which is perfect square. So in these 6 numbers, only 2 numbers are perfect squares, 1 and 4, and therefore number of favorable cases here is 2, and hence the probability of getting a number which is perfect square equal to 2 by 6. This is the problem related to throwing 2 dice. 2 dice are thrown at a time. Write the complete sample space and find the probability that the sum of two numbers shown is first bit 9 and second bit more than 10. So in throwing 2 dice at a time, the sample space will contain 36 sample points, as we may have number 1 on both the dice, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, and so on up to the number 6 and 6 on both the dice, and therefore number of possible cases n of omega equal to 36. Now for first bit, let A denotes the event of getting sum equal to 9. So out of 36 possible results, there are only 4 outcomes in which we may have the sum of the numbers equal to 9, and that outcomes are 3 6, 4 5, 5 4, 6 3, and therefore number of favorable cases equal to 4, and therefore the probability of getting sum of the numbers equal to 9 equal to 4 divided by 36 equal to 1 divided by 9. For second bit, let B denotes the event that the sum of numbers shown is more than 10. So out of 36 outcomes, there are only 3 outcomes in which we may have the sum of the numbers more than 10, and that outcomes are 5 6, 6 5, and 6 6, and therefore number of favorable cases equal to 3, and hence the probability of getting sum more than 10 equal to 3 divided by 36, that is 1 divided by 12. So this is the example related to the cards. A card is drawn from a pack of 52 cards. Find probability of getting first bit drawing a red card, second bit drawing a picture card, third bit drawing a club card, and last bit drawing a king card. Now, as there are 52 cards in a pack, number of possible cases to draw a card is 52. Therefore, n of omega is equal to 52. Now for the first bit, let A denotes the event of drawing a red card. As there are 26 red cards in a pack, number of favorable cases to have a red card equal to 26. Therefore, M of A is equal to 26, and hence the probability of drawing red card equal to number of favorable cases divided by number of possible cases equal to 26 divided by 52, that is 0.5. For second bit, let B denote the event of drawing a picture card. As there are only 12 picture cards in a pack, number of favorable cases to B equal to 12, and hence probability of drawing a picture card equal to 12 divided by 52, that is 3 divided by 13. For third bit, let C denotes the event of drawing a club card. As there are only 13 club cards in a pack, number of favorable cases here is 13, and therefore probability of drawing a club card equal to probability of C equal to number of favorable cases to C divided by number of possible cases, 13 divided by 52, that is 1 by 4. And for last bit, let D denote the event of drawing a king card. As there are only 4 king cards in a pack, number of favorable cases to draw a king card equal to 4. Therefore, the probability of drawing a king card equal to 4 divided by 52, that is equal to 1 divided by 13. This is one critical example. Tickets numbered from 1 to 50 are well shuffled and a ticket is drawn at random. What is the probability that number on ticket drawn is divisible by 5? And in second bit is a perfect square. For solution, as a ticket is drawn from the tickets numbered from 1 to 50, the sample space will contain the numbers 1, 2, 3 up to 50. That means there are 50 possible numbers to come up, and hence n of omega equal to 50. Now let us denote the event A as the event that number is divisible by 5. There are only 10 numbers between 1 and 50 which are divisible by 5. That numbers are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 and 50. Therefore, number of favorable cases M of A is equal to 10, and therefore the probability that the number on ticket drawn is divisible by 5 equal to 10 divided by 50 equal to 0.2. Now for second bit, let B denotes the event that number is a perfect square. So there are 7 numbers between 1 and 50, that are 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36 and 49, which are perfect squares. And so the number of favorable cases to have a number which is perfect square equal to 7, and therefore the probability that the number on ticket drawn is perfect square is equal to 7 divided by 50, that is 0.14. Thank you very much.